Hello and welcome to Module 4 of Estate and Probate Management. In this module, we shall be looking at starting an estate and probate business in Nigeria. That is a comprehensive business launch guide, which entails building legacy, protecting family, and ensuring continuity. The module content that we should be looking at in this module include step-by-step business registration with Corporate Affairs Commission, licensing, compliance, and partnership with legal professionals, operational setup, that is contract, insurance, and risk management. We will also look at why Nigerians refrain from writing will and market education strategies. We will further look at estate and probate firms in Nigeria, global legal comparisons, and recent industry development before we now draw our conclusion. Let us begin with the introduction. Why estate and probate management? The market reality is that there is increasing urbanization and rising property ownership, expanding middle class wealth and complex family structure, growing diaspora investment requiring cross-border planning, limited formal estate planning despite urgent needs. The problem here is when Nigerians died without proper planning, it will result to prolonged court processes, usually 3 to 7 years and above. Family dispute and asset mismanagement may occur. There may be financial hardship for dependents as well as lost or dissipated wealth. The opportunity is that estate and probate management is a critical but underdeveloped sector at the intersection of law, finance, family dynamics, and ethics. Having known that, let us look at what does an estate and probate firm do. That is their core service. There are categories of services that estate and probate firms do. Number one, estate planning. The activities involved in estate planning include will drafting, coordination, asset inventory, and succession advisories. Then another category of service is probate administration, which entails documentation preparation, court filing support, and grant processing. Another category is executor services, which entails professional executor appointment, fiduciary management. Another category is asset management, which involves valuation, coordination, property preservation, and distribution oversight. We also have trustee services, which entails trust creation and administration, as well as wealth protection. Then we have public education, which involves workshop, seminar, as well as legacy planning awareness. The value proposition for clients is that it will result to peace of mind, family protection, and wealth preservation. As for the society, it will reduce dispute and encourage orderly wealth transfer as well as economic stability. Having known that, let us look at step-by-step CAC registration. That is the step-by-step you should follow when you want to register your business with Corporate Affairs Commission. Number one step is name reservation. You have to submit two preferred names on CAC portal. Avoid restricted words like federal or national. Then the approval is usually granted within 60 days of name reservation. Then step 2 is business structure selection. You have to select the type of business you want to establish, either a private limited liability company, which is best for professional image, or you may choose a sole proprietorship, that is business name, which is simpler registration but personal liability. Then the number 3 step is document preparation. The directors and shareholders details are needed, such as NIN is mandatorily needed. So you submit your NIN. Then you now submit the memorandum of association and articles of association, known as MEMAT, with specific objective like estate management, trustee services, or probate support. Then the step 4 to step 6, which is finalization, you now pay your fee via remitter. The fee include filing fee and stamp duty. Then upon approval, you will receive your certificate, that is certificate of incorporation, with your registration number. Then they will automatically generate a tax identification number for you, then which will prompt you to pay your tax, you comply with tax registration processes. Then post-registration activities include VAT registration and opening corporate bank account for your business. Having known that, let us look at licensing boundaries, what your firm can do and what your firm cannot do. Your firm is permitted to do the following activities. One, estate planning advisory, assets inventory and documentation, valuation and coordination, executor support services, will custody and safekeeping, probate documentation preparation, professional executor if you are being appointed, and trustee services. Then these other services is restricted to licensed legal practitioners. The activities involve drafting legally binding will, applying for grant of probate, applying for letter of administration, court representation in probate litigation, and legal opinion on inheritance dispute. Warning: unauthorized legal practice is equals to criminal liability plus reputational damage. Having known that, let us look at regulatory compliance requirement. That is, you as a estate and probate business owner, you are required to comply to the following. One, anti-money laundering compliance. That is, you have to mandatorily register with special control unit against money laundering. It is required before opening corporate bank account. Therefore, you must file cash transaction to cash transaction report (CTR) for transaction that is above 5 million naira for individual. Then number two compliance is probate registry compliance. Usually, you must comply with the probate registry at the state high court. So state high court is highly required, but it varies according to state high court. Then accurate documentation is essential. Timely filing and payment of your fee to the probate registry. Then you have to stay updated on local procedure. Number three compliance is data protection. That is non-disclosure authority, NDPA. You have to secure storage of wills and personal data. Cyber security safeguard is also necessary. Restricted internal asset and client confidentiality protocols. Then number four, the last, is tax compliance. You must pay your tax to Federal Inland Revenue Services, usually on monthly and annual basis. So you must also maintain a transparent accounting system for easy taxation. Now let us look at strategic partnership with legal profession. Why partnership is non-negotiable. The partnership is imperative. Therefore, probate is a judicial process, not just an administrative process. Your firm needs a legal expertise. So there are partnership model. Number one partnership model is retentship model, which is the structure includes contract with a law firm for filing. It is best for startup and limited budget. We have referral partnership model, which is mutually referrals plus fee sharing. It is best for building network. Then we have in-house legal consultant, which structure is licensed lawyer as your director or consultant, which is good for mid-size firm. Then we have joint service model, which is co-branded packages. It is best for full service offering. So these are the partnership model that you must adopt. Having known that, let us look at building your risk protection framework. It is essential. The essential insurance portfolio include typology of insurance you need for your estate and probate business is one, professional indemnity, which covers error, omission, negligence, and claim. It is for legal requirement, it is strongly recommended. Number two is occupier's liability that covers third-party injury on premise. It is very, very compulsory. Then group life insurance is also needed, which covers employee death benefit. Then we have fidelity guarantee insurance, which covers employee fraud and dishonesty. Now, let us look at the first step, risk management. So, number one step is identify the risk. So you have to identify the fiduciary, title, market, and operational risk. Number two step is assess. You have to assess the probability and the impact of the risk. Number three is control. Separate client account, due diligence, and technology. Number four is monitoring. You have to regularly review and update your valuation. The golden rule is that never mingle client fund with operational account. Maintain separate and audited client account. Having known that, let us look at the will gaps why Nigerians avoid estate planning. That is reasons why Nigerians don't write will. Number one reason is cultural and psychological barrier. Some of the factors is that death wishes. So many Nigerians perceive writing will as invitation to death. So they believe that when you write a will, you are inviting your untimely death. So many of them don't write will. Number two reason under psychological barrier is not my portion syndrome. Many Nigerians believe that death are not their portion. Therefore, the psychological impact is that psychologically denial of mortality. So they don't believe that, they believe that writing a will is involved in inviting early death. Number three, a factor is religious misconceptions. The impact is that lack of faith if you plan for death. So they believe that when you write a will, you don't have faith. You believe that you will die soon. Then we have customary law uh, reliance. Many of them relied on the customary law. So they believe that family will sort out things when they die. Then we have also practical barrier. Some of these practical barrier is passive cost. So many Nigerians believe that writing a will is cost efficient. So they believe that will is cost efficiency. Then the number three barrier is low awareness. The reality is that many Nigerians are unaware of the intended consequences. They don't know the consequences of when you die without a will. Then number four practical barrier is family conflict fear. So many Nigerians believe that writing a will bring conflict within their family when they die. So they believe that discussing asset is equals to tension. Then number five, the last, is distrust of the legal system. So many Nigerians don't trust the Nigerian legal system. They seem probate as a cumbersome activities. So these are some of the reasons why many Nigerians don't write well. Now let us look at the cost of intestacy, that is dying without a will. So let us see some of the costs, some of the consequences when you die without a will. Number one, it will result to 3 to 7 years in court. So when you die without a will, your family member may spend up to 3 to 7 years in court in order to decide who is the sure beneficiary of some of your estate. Then number two consequences that it will result to family relationship will be destroyed. So when you die without a will, it will destroy the relationship in your family as a result of dispute. Number three, some of your assets may be dissipated. Then your dependent will be unprotected. Now let us look at the market education strategy. That is the strategy that we use to market your estate and probate business. Number one strategy is religious partnership. So you have to collaborate with churches, mosques on stewardship. Then number two strategy is community engagement. You must use traditional ruler as your advocate. Then number three is corporate seminar, organize seminars for employees benefit program. Then number four is digital platform, the use of online will drafting and storage. So these are some of the strategies you may use to market your estate and probate business. Now let us look at competitive landscape, that's the Nigerian firms. Now the key players in the estate and probate management include one, the institutional trustee, which is the high net worth focus. Some of the institutions, some of the firms under institutional trustee include First Bank of Nigerian Quest Trustee that specialize in estate planning and trust services. We have ARM Trustee that specialize in multi-generational wealth management. Then we have United Capital Trustee that focuses on executorship and estate administration. Now we have other firms like OPA Law Office located in Lagos that focus on probate litigation. We have Law Corridor located in Abuja that focus in FCT estate matter. We have Pado solicitors in Ibadan that focuses on private client probate. We have Legal Impero in Uyo that focuses on Akwa Ibom estate administration. We have Adeola Oyilande and Co. located in Lagos that focuses on full service advisory. The market gap is that few pure play probate boutiques result to opportunity for specialized firms. In conclusion, the key takeaway and call to action is that your roadmap to success depend on these five pillars of successful estate and probate firm. Number one pillar is proper registration. So you are required to register your firm with Corporate Affairs Commission with your clear MEMAT object. Then number two pillar is legal partnership. You have to partner with professional bodies. The action required is formal agreement with licensed lawyer. Then number three pillar is regulatory compliance. You must comply with special control unit against money laundering, data protection, pay your tax to Federal Inland Revenue and probate registry. Then number four pillar is risk management using insurance, contract and separate client account. Then number five, the last, is market education using community engagement and digital outreach. Then the first 90-day tax action plan include week 1 to week 2, do your corporate affairs CAC registration, including name reservation. Then week 3 to 4, a special control unit against money laundering registration and open a corporate bank account. Week 5 to week 6, partnership agreement with lawyer. Then week 7 to week 8, insurance procurement. Then week 9 to week 12, you pilot workshop plus your first client engagement. So as you can see on the screen, the content and resources of the Corporate Affairs Commission portal is shown on the screen. The Federal Inland Revenue Services Tax Promax website is also shown on the screen. Then Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering Guideline is also shown on the screen. The website is there. Finally, building legacy one estate at a time. Thank you and have a nice day.